Hey guys, N2 Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Unparalleled Universe Odious 1/12 scale action figure. So for those of you guys that do not know Wade Merrick, otherwise known as Unparalleled Universe, so he has a YouTube channel, he reviews action figures. Follow him on Instagram, subscribe to his YouTube channel, links in the video description below. But his original character Odious has been brought to life in action figure form. So through a successful Kickstarter campaign, Odious is now here. Now, yes, I did get somewhat of an early copy since I live close to Wade, and I'm going to say it, we are good friends. He may not use the term friend, but I will. We are good friends, so I was able to meet up with him and get an early copy to show you guys just in time before San Diego Comic-Con and shortly before your orders will be shipped out through the Kickstarter. It is also currently available right now through Big Bad Toy Store pre-order, link in the video description below. If you are going to be attending San Diego Comic-Con, there will be an exclusive version. We'll have everything that you see here, but also an additional exclusive jumpsuit that it will be limited to only 100 of those jumpsuits at San Diego Comic-Con. So make sure to check out Unparalleled Universe at San Diego Comic-Con to pick up your Comic-Con exclusive. But here is the regular version of Odious. So this has the soft goods and everything like that. So looking at the box, we get this awesome flannel plaid look here with the red, and the artwork just looks absolutely amazing there. You can see Odious. As we kind of loop around, you can see the Odious logo kind of around the sides and everything. On this side, you see some additional artwork. And on the back, we have some extra artwork there, and it says, "The Living Curse, Unparalleled Universe. Once a man, Odious sacrificed his soul to save his people, a sacrifice that sentenced him to eternal torment. An unwilling parasite cursed to live lives that aren't his own while consuming the bodies of anyone who sheds blood upon his stone remains. Those unlucky souls must give up their place on this earth to Odious, the Living Curse." So there we go. Very awesome there. The way this package works, you get the flip top there, and you can open it up, and you have Odious with all of his accessories there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tray and everything that he comes with. Odious, the Living Curse. Okay, and opening the box, you get some additional artwork with some newspaper clipping style there, and then we also have the long sleeve flannel there. Okay, so here is the full tray of Odious and everything that he comes with. As you can see here, the soft goods clothing is already on the figure. We get 4 additional heads, which gives us 5 in total. We give 7 extra pairs of hands as well. We have his mace weapon there, and then again, that long sleeve flannel hoodie there. So let's go ahead and get Odious out of the package and take a look at all the accessories. Woo! You guys are going to have a whole lot of fun with Odious because there's just a lot of cool things to go with it. You know, we have all the different hands, so you could do the different gesturing things and whatnot. For all of you guys that, you know, are into photography and stuff, you mess with the lighting and different color lights and all that stuff, you can have fun. That's not my strong suit. My strong suit will be to show you what the figure, how the figure moves, what the figure looks like, and all that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it by taking a close look at the 5 different heads that we have for Odious. We'll look at the different sets of hands that he's got. We'll take a look at his articulation. We'll take the soft goods off, put the soft goods on. We'll do all of that good stuff to show you Wade Merrick's Unparalleled Universe, the Odious 1/12 scale action figure. Okay, so first let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. There's 4 additional heads, and we'll take a look at each one here shortly, but we're going to take a look at his weapon here. It is a like a gorilla skull mace, as you can see there. Looks pretty good. Nice painted handle. Nice silver paint up there. A little bit of a wash in there, which does look pretty good. So we have that there, and it fits in the various different hands. He does have the soft goods clothes, so we have the trench coat and we have the flannel in there. The flannel that's on the figure is actually a sleeveless one to accommodate the sleeve of the trench coat, and he's got the jeans. So we also get a full-sleeved flannel in there. So it's got the long sleeve, so I will show that later where we take the trench coat off, we take all of it off, and you can have the long sleeve flannel on there. But we got all the extra sets of hands. So we have the finger pointing hand, and we have one for each hand, as you can see there. And then the nails are painted on there, which is good. Nice little wash in there too. We have these straight out hands there. We have these kind of these gesturing hands, I guess. Not quite like gripped hands, but kind of like these claw hands, I would say. There. We have kind of a wide grip hand, as you can see there. And we have a couple of different grips. So this one's kind of have like a wide grip, almost like a trigger finger, as you can see kind of the way the hands are there. Then we got the tighter grip hands there. And then we have fists for Odious. And then the hands that are on there are just kind of straight, relaxed hands, as you can see there. So now let's go ahead and check out the 5 different head sculpts. We have the Screaming one. Let's check out the others. Okay, so up close look at the Screaming head there. This is head number 1. Okay, so head number 2 is kind of like the smiling head, as you can see there. We got some good facial expressions with these ones. Just a heads up with these heads, the ball peg and the peg hole on these heads are a little tight, so you do want to warm them up with some hot water before pegging them on, and kind of do that for the first few times, so it'll kind of loosen up that plastic so you can get the heads on there a little bit easier. So yes, a little bit tight, use some hot water, and you should be able to pop them on and off pretty easily then. On to head sculpt number 3. Okay, so this one's kind of like the surprise head sculpt there. So really good facial expressions. It's kind of like, ooh, you know, he's very wide-eyed and everything like there. And there's a really good wash along his face and everything. And then you do get some brown paint kind of throughout his hair, or his fur, I guess it would be. So that all looks really good. Okay, so head sculpt number 4 is actually my favorite one. This is kind of like the stoic, relaxed face one that just kind of has the look to it. So when you think of like Unparalleled Universe's logo and everything, this is kind of the facial expression you picture with Odious. So this one is my favorite head sculpt there, but is actually, in the sculpt of it, is actually listed as number 5. Like we were going to get on to number 5. It's listed as number 4, excuse me, and then we're going to get into number 5 because each head sculpt is numbered on the inside there. Okay, and so number 5 to me kind of looks like an annoyed or irritated Odious, as he's got kind of his left eye squinting down a little bit while the right eye is still open. So we have that there. So that is head sculpt number 5. Again, they all look really good. They all have that nice wash effect to them. They all have the brown in the hair and everything to really bring out the detail. So nice touch on all of them. For the rest of the review video, I am going to go to head sculpt number 4 because, again, this one is my favorite one. I like this one the most. The one that was on the figure out of the package was number 1, and that's like, whoops, that is, geez, if I can just hold on to it. That is the Screaming head sculpt there. But again, the rest of the video, I will be going with this one since this one is my favorite one. To pop them off, you just pop off the head. Then you got the ball peg in there. You have separate neck pieces. I'll go over all the articulation and everything like that. So after you heat them up, you can just pop the heads on there. They pop on very easily. Again, but use some warm water, heat them up, and then you can easily swap them out. Okay, so now we want to take a look at the details of like the soft goods and everything. So looking at the trench coat, it's really nice, like right here. I'm not sure what this is called, but it's that piece that kind of goes over the cuff where you would be able to tighten it. It's just that attention to detail that you would see like on an actual trench coat there, which is really nice. Good looking collar. The stitching is very nice. On it. We do have bendy wire actually in the coat as well. So the really cool thing about that is you can bend it around and pose the coat in certain ways. Like if you're going to have it like flapping out, you're able to kind of do that, which is a really nice touch. And again, the seam lines and everything are really clean, and it does look like an actual like shrunken down trench coat. You got the jeans there, the denim, the tattered look on the at the end of the pant legs. That is done on purpose to give it that kind of that worn out look on those jeans. So that is completely normal there. And then we have again the flannel with the gray like hoodie there, and again it just velcros in the front. This one is the sleeveless version, as you can see the body up underneath. But I'm going to go ahead and take the coat off, and then I'm going to put on the long sleeve flannel there. I recommend popping the hands off in order to remove the jacket and then put the flannel on. Okay, so I really want you guys to see kind of each step of the way. So if this is what you wanted to do, the sleeveless flannel, you can, of course, just have them in the sleeveless flannel there. To remove it, you would just, you know, take it off. This one, you wouldn't actually need to remove the hands or anything like that. You could just kind of pull the arms back, and then you're able to get that flannel off, and then you would just kind of do the same thing to put it back on there. So here's kind of a look at the body, but we're not quite there yet. I am going to get the long sleeve flannel on there. Okay, and here we have the long sleeve flannel on there, and this is something that I had completely forgotten. We actually get a tattered look to it, so we actually have like cuts in the flannel and everything, like here on his back. You know, after he was just in a battle or attacked, we got a cut there on the shoulder, here on the front as well, and then on the other side. So it's definitely a nice touch that we have that. So it's not always just a clean look for Odious. You can have him, you know, after he's gone through a battle there so you have it, you know, where you know, you can actually see some signs of wear. But this long sleeve flannel will not work with the trench coat. Obviously, that's why you get the sleeveless flannel, so you can be able to do that. So definitely a nice touch there. It's the same thing. It's the Velcro opening. You can have it. You can leave it open if that's what you wanted to. You could put the hood on if you wanted Odious to kind of be, you know, trying to little incognito there. You could do that as well. So now let's go ahead and see Odious, the bare body Odious, which was also one of the Kickstarter options that you could have backed. Okay, and here is the bare body Odious. This, if you backed the Kickstarter, this was one of the options. You know, it's the same figure, same accessories and everything. You just don't get the soft goods. That is not an option to get through Big Bad Toy Store. So if you still want to get in and order now, BigBadToyStore.com still has pre-orders available. So you link in the video description below. The bare body, again, is not an option through Big Bad Toy Store. It will have all the soft goods on there. But here is the figure in all its bare body goodness. So we're going to take a look at the articulation now while we can. So I'm not going to count. There's a bunch of points of articulation. It's very high. So the head is on a ball joint, so you can move the head up and down, you know, as needed. You can move side to side. You can get some good pivot in there. You can, you know, swivel around as needed. The neck itself also has its own articulation, so you could really get him to look up or look back. You can really get him to look down. You could tilt at the neck and the head, so all kinds of good movement in there, which is awesome. There is butterfly joints, kind of. The material, the softer plastic instead of the hard plastic, because it has to be one whole piece, so it's not like one where, you know, you see it split in the middle. Couldn't do a full butterfly joint, so there is a little bit, so it allows for some movement there, but you can't go all the way back or come all the way forward there. That's one of the things that weighed, you know, during the toy making process, one of the things that was discovered with the factory and everything, and this was, you know, what they were able to get done. So there's a little bit of motion in there, but not like full butterfly joints, so just a heads up on that. But anyway, you can get the shoulder to go straight on out like so. You get a full rotation in there. You got the upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed pinless elbow gives you that much bend there, which is awesome. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge. Standard horizontal hinge on all of the different hands in there. And then we have the upper torso on there, so you can get Odious to tilt to his left a whole lot, tilt to his right an insane amount there, and then you can get him to go back a little bit, but you do see some gaps, but you would really just use, you know, both those points there, like at the ball joint waist, to get him to lean back, and then lean forward is very far, as you could see there. And then you could swivel at that upper diaphragm. You could swivel at the ball joint waist as well. I didn't show the tilt earlier, but with that ball joint waist, you could really get him to tilt to the right, really get him to tilt to the left as well. So really good motion throughout the torso in its entirety. And then legs go that far apart. You got some thread in there. You can get the legs go that far apart, which is good. You can get Odious to kick forward that far, which is great. The leg goes back only a tiny bit. You do have thigh swivel in there. I know it doesn't look like it because you don't see a cut in there, but the way the hip is designed, as you can see that ball joint in there, you can actually still swivel that thigh as needed, so that is really good. Double jointed pinless knee gives you that much bend there at the knee. You get a calf swivel in there, which is good, and then you can hinge the foot all the way down, you can hinge the foot all the way up, and you have toe articulation, as you can see there, and then you can pivot around as needed there. So all the points of articulation that we want out of every figure, you know, especially like import level, that's what we got going on with Odious. But let's go ahead and get in for a close look, because I think far away you may not see the painted details that we have all throughout the body. So I wanted to show you guys the details in the paint. As you can see there, we have this lighter brown paint kind of throughout, because obviously the base body is kind of a very dark brown, but throughout along the fur and through the body, we actually get some actual added in paint, lighter brown paint throughout to kind of show the details of the fur. Even on the back of the figure and everything, it's really kind of throughout the figure, which is really nice. Then you get the tufts of fur in certain areas. So the entire figure has full texture, fur texture throughout. Even those ankle swivel there has it. So pretty incredible. The back of the hands and everything. So you get that full texture all the way throughout, even the little butterfly portions and everything. The shoulders, the arms, even the elbows a little bit. So you get it everywhere, which is awesome. So that is Odious bare body. I'm going to put his clothes back on because I do think he looks best in his full jeans, flannel, and trench coat. Of course, and I gotta play some homage to Wade. So if you ever watch his review videos, he was always doing side-by-side comparisons with Marvel Legends with a Captain America and a Spider-Man. So here we have the unparalleled Captain America as well as the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. And I say unparalleled Captain America because as we all know, Wade was the one that got to reveal this, the exclusive Marvel Legends reveal of this particular Captain America, the 20th anniversary. So unparalleled Cap, Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. As you can see, Odious scales really well with these Marvel Legends. Okay, and here I have Odious next to some Mezco 112 collective figures. Here we have the San Diego Comic-Con last year Green Ranger, and then we have the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes here. It's fitting that I would bring out the Green Ranger because that was exclusive to Comic-Con last year, and Comic-Con is right around the corner, so next week, and that will be your first chance to get your hands on Odious, as at booth 531 with Centerpoint Studios, Cursed Dead, Mortal Ruin, and Unparalleled Universe with Centerpoint Studios. You can pick up Odious. They will Wade will have the exclusive jumpsuit version that's exclusive San Diego Comic-Con. Only 100 of them will be available, but you will also be able to get regular Odious here. So make sure to check out booth 531 at San Diego Comic-Con if you are there. Okay, and here I have Odious next to a couple of different figure lines so we can kind of really get a sense for scale, which he fits in with all of them. Here we have a Mythic Legions figure there, and then we have a Spiro Toys Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Kali. So again, they scale all really well together and can fit in with any display. Okay, and then one last side-by-side comparison. If you have like third-party figures, I don't really have very many. In fact, I only have the one. This is the Muff Toys Time Controller. I forget what exactly they named him, but this is, Loki, in his TVA outfit there. So along with the figure with soft goods and everything, as you can see, they scale really well together. Okay, before we kind of end out and close out the video, so with Odious, if you're not familiar with Wade, Unparalleled Universe, make sure you're following him on Instagram and subscribe to his YouTube channel. I'll have links in the video description below. But Odious was his original idea, his original character. What had started as, his logo turned into a head sculpt, turned into a full-fledged action figure with a successful Kickstarter campaign that you guys, the toy community, made it happen. So, over the years, there were different head sculpts that had come out. He also had a Rubio, which is another character, which will be a future action figure. So all the different head sculpts and everything, the way these designed, they were just kind of large holes in there, so we weren't really peg holes, so you couldn't really swap out the heads or anything like that. So if you have some of these Unparalleled Universe head sculpts, that's awesome that you have them, but these things are not really going to be compatible with the action figure. Slightly different design when it came to the action figure versus kind of these head sculpts and everything like that. So again, if you have these head sculpts, unfortunately, they're not going to work with that because, again, they're just all opening, whereas these ones actually have a peg and everything to go on there. So that is the Unparalleled Universe. So again, make sure you're following Wade on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel. Check out the Odious action figure. It is 1/12 scale. It is available currently on BigBadToyStore.com, so link in the video description below if you want to get a pre-order in. He is expected to receive his full shipment of Odious at the end of the month. And then from there, it's going to take a few days to process and then start shipping and everything. So he's got a plan and everything to get those figures out to you guys. So give it a little bit of time. We're almost there. So close. But you guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this Odious figure? Did you back the Kickstarter? Did you pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store? Are you excited? The figure is awesome. The articulation is on point. He can move around like crazy. He can move around with the soft goods on there. You want to take the soft goods off, take them off. Swap them out, put the long sleeve flannel on, however you want to do it. But Odious came out amazing for his first action figure. Wade is now a toy maker. Future figures and plans and things like that to come. So stay tuned for more from Unparalleled Universe. But leave some comments down below on what you think of the Odious figure. And if you got it, how excited are you? How hyped up are you? Let me know down in the comments below. If you're going to Comic-Con, remember, jumpsuit Odious, exclusive to Comic-Con, only 100 of them will be available. So if you're at Comic-Con, go to booth 531 so you can get it. He will also have this regular Odious in there as well. And then if you're at San Diego Comic-Con, swing by, say hi. I'd love to meet everyone in the toy community and everything. So there we go. So leave your comments down below. If you guys liked the video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.